Hi guys, and welcome to another video on Sonal's life. So hopefully, like me, you guys have fallen down from the amazing 2 days that was Wrestle Kingdom. Now honestly, I'm not even being biased, but it was two of the best shows I've seen, and the fallout, even though New Year's Dash didn't have the big surprise, it was an amazing 3 days of amazing wrestling, great storylines, and my heart breaking when Jay White gave that promo about leaving. The fallout of Wrestle Kingdom normally would lead us to a little bit of a break. We'd have the Fantastica Mania tour, which is basically, for people who don't know, it's where their partner company CMLL comes over and it's like a massive party. Now because of COVID and restrictions like that, we don't have it this year. But that means we're going straight into the New Beginnings tour, which is the first major tour after Wrestle Kingdom. And especially this year, going into the matches, there is quite a lot going on. We've obviously got the big thing where Jay White basically said he was quitting, and whether it's a work or not, it's stressing my heart out. But yeah, it's over about 3 weeks. We've got 3 major shows, so the New Beginning in Nagoya, and then 2 shows, the New Beginning in Hiroshima. And that is obviously accompanied by all of the Road 2 shows that we see. So I thought I'd come with a little preview of all the shows and all the matches that you need to look out for, because they're spread across quite a few of the days. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so the first big thing you'll notice about these Road 2 shows, which are the ones that are the preliminaries to the big New Beginning shows, is that one, they've got a shorter length, so they're averaging about 5 or 6 matches depending on it. Later on in the card you'll also see some with just 4 matches, and also they have earlier start times. This is because of the national state of emergency in Japan, and as always, New Japan are making sure they put the safety of their wrestlers and their fans first. But that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be some amazing matches. Now obviously, going into the card, you'll get your regular tag bouts. They're going to be faction versus faction leading up to those big title matches. Towards the end of the tour, you're going to have like Suzuki-gun versus Bullet Club, you're going to have LIJ versus Hontai, you're going to have Hontai versus everyone, because basically Hontai just works across the board, and Chaos versus LIJ. Don't miss these matches, because yes, they might be very similar layouts throughout the tour, but you will have different things. You'll have different combinations of teams, different outcomes. And you know what, you might just miss one where you might get to see Doki hit Jado with a steel pipe. Do you want to miss that opportunity? I always like these because they're not massively serious, but it's a big thing for these big title matches. They build up to it. Who's going to get momentum going in? So for example, one of the first big matches we've got is actually the IWGP Tag Junior Championship between Bullet Club's El Phantasmo and Ishimori versus El Desperado and Kanemaru, who are the champions. So yeah, these matches are quite nice to see. Who's going to have the upper hand? Is El Phantasmo going to have that boot? Is Tama Tonga going to use the Iron Fist against Taichi ahead of their match later on in Hiroshima? So yeah, make sure you don't sleep on them. However, the first big match of the first part leading up to the Nagoya is on the 23rd of January. So the first one is a 10-man elimination match. Now, if you're like me, you'll love a bit of chaotic elimination matches, especially in New Japan, because it's not just, you know what you get in other shows where it's like they quickly just chuck them over the rope. This is normally chaos, and it is going to be, oddly enough, the team of Hontai and Chaos. So we've got Sho, Master Wato, Tomoaki Honma, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Kota Ibushi versus the LIJ group. So obviously Naito, Hiromu, Shingo, Sanada, and Bushi. Anything could happen between this. Now we'll see a later 10-man elimination tag, which might be a bit different. But this has got a lot of things within it, a lot of feuds. So we've got Sho versus Hiromu, which is obviously the junior title match. Wato versus Bushi, they've got their special singles match. Tanahashi versus Shingo, the never match, and then Ibushi versus Sanada. Literally everyone in this match, bar Honma and bar Naito, oddly enough, have big title pictures coming up towards the end of this tour. And yeah, make sure you watch it, because if you've seen these elimination matches before, there are surprises left, right and centre. You could have Tomoaki Honma eliminating Naito. It's crazy. But on that night we also have, as I mentioned earlier, the IWGP Junior Tag titles between Desperado and Kanemaru versus ELP and Ishimori. Obviously, they stake to claim after Ishimori and El Phantasmo beat the duo in the New Year's Dash, with the help of ELP's boot, which we all know something's in it. Personally, it's going to be another great heel versus heel match. However, you know how I feel about Despy and Kanemaru. I want them to keep the belts. They are what the belts need. And yeah, ELP and Ishimori work great together, but they're a throw together team. As we've mentioned before, that's what the tag division needs, especially at the moment. So keep that consistent. Keep Despy and Kanemaru with the belts, unless New Japan, you're going to take it off them and give Despy a singles title run. But yeah, that is the first big major night. It's still a Road to show, but a very important Road to show, I think. And this leads up to the 30th of January, which is the New Beginning in Nagoya show. Now here, we have your opening tag matches, but there are 3 special matches. So the first one we have a special singles match between Tenzan and the Great Okan. If anyone watched New Year's Dash, they would have felt my heart breaking as the Empire beat up Kojima and Tenzan, being the gentleman he is, protected his tag team partner and led to him getting led out in a stretcher. Now obviously he can't be that bad if he's doing this match, but yeah, it's quite a simple match. We know Okan's gonna win. I personally think this might be the year Tenzan retires. So it'd be nice for Tenzan to put over this new talent, because bear in mind, he is the most successful IWGP tag champion with 12 reigns. It's crazy. But yeah, a simple match. That is followed by another match linking in, and it is Satoshi Kojima versus Will Ospreay. Like I said, Kojima failed to obviously win the US contract, and then the night after, they beat up his best friend. So now Kojima wants retribution. Retribution for Bed Club, retribution for Tenkozy. And yeah, it's another obvious match. There's no title on the line. However, I personally think Ospreay might win, but this is my heart. You know I go with my heart, not my head. If Koji pins Ospreay, could we have a chance of seeing Koji going for the Rev Pro Heavyweight title? Which people seem to forget about. Ospreay holds that title, and I think Kojima would be great. And also that means more Bread Club in the UK, which everybody wants that. And the big match of that night, which sort of caps off that leg of the New Beginning tour, is the Never Openweight title match, which I can promise you, I am as excited as everyone else. It is Shingo Takagi versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. 2 of the best guys in New Japan, in my opinion, even though Tanahashi's had a little iffy year, like people like Okada. But this match, I think, we've said this in the past, Shingo is perfect for the Never division. He is strong, he is tough. He is a fighting champion. However, the same could be said about Tanahashi. He has this heart, he carries on fighting for the fans, and this has the potential to be a match of the year candidate, because these 2 are 2 amazing athletes. And it's going to be a great way to cap off this. Like, whoever wins, I think the crowds will be happy. However, personally, I love you, Shingo, but I am rooting for my boy Tanahashi, because in my eyes, Tanahashi can do no wrong. So yeah, that was the first part of the New Beginning tour. Some amazing matches, and I think it's a nice way to sort of ease fans into a new tour after quite a large break. And yeah, there's going to be some great matches. Keep your eye out for Shingo versus Tanahashi, because like I said, it might not be as high profile as some of the other matches on this tour, but I think it's going to be the dark horse. And now we are on to the second leg. So this goes all the way up to the New Beginning in Hiroshima in February. It starts on the 1st of February, and yeah, it's only 4 matches, the first show, and it's the same with the 2nd of February. However, we are back with our 10-man elimination matches. Like, seriously, if this tour can't get crazy enough, they're just throwing elimination matches left, right and centre. So on the 1st of February, we have Suzuki-gun versus Bullet Club. So unlike the previous 10-man elimination, you have got a full heel versus heel match. Now, this is setting up mainly for Dangerous Tekka's rematch against God. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, because 10-man eliminations are chaotic as always. But when you put people, there'll be steel pipes, there'll be iron gloves, there'll be kendo sticks, there'll be Dick Togo, because I think Dick Togo's actually involved in this directly. Who knows what's going to happen? And then, if that wasn't enough for Bullet Club, on the 2nd of February, they have another 10-man elimination, but this time they are against Chaos. So that is Yoshihashi, Ishii, Goto, Yano and Okada, and obviously Dick Togo, like I said, Yujiro, Evil, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. Slightly less chaotic, I'm going to think, because you've got Chaos who aren't heels. But I mean, you're going to put Ishii in a match and he is going to like throw everyone over the ropes. Like, if you think about it, this Chaos team is so strong. Like, come on, you've got the King of Pro Wrestling champion, provisional champion, Toru Yano in it. But yeah, like I said on the other elimination, don't miss it. It's going to be crazy. It's a nice story builder. And then the next big show is part 1 of the New Beginning in Hiroshima, and that is on the 10th of February. So there are 3 big-ish matches. 2 really big matches. 1 Ishii match. Not with Ishii, but like, you know what I mean. So the first one is, it's not even counted as a special singles match, but it's Bushi versus Master Wato. Now this spreads from New Year's Dash, and yeah, it's going to be a nice match. It's going to be interesting to see how they play it, because Bushi and Wato are sort of there when it comes to the junior divisions. So it'll be a nice match. Who knows, we'll maybe see Tenzan out there supporting his child, but yeah, it'll be a nice opening. I think it's the second match of the card. And then we've got the 2 big title matches for that night. So the first one is, as I said, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Match between Dangerous Tekkers and GOD. Now, Taichi's heart is broken after losing his Iron Glove to Tanga and Tama Tonga, who nicked it, by the way. They stole it. But yeah, I was conflicted. I was very happy when GOD finally won at the Tokyo Dome, but I am Team Dangerous Tekkers all the way. So yeah, it's going to be a great match. We've seen it a few times before, but they always have something different up their sleeve, and that'll be nice. But yeah, the main match I'm looking forward to is the main event of part 1, and that is Sho versus Hiromu for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. I've said this time and time again, I am a massive fan of Sho and Hiromu. And their match at the Best of Super Junior, where Sho finally got a pin over the champion, was amazing. I personally don't think Sho's going to win, because Hiromu's literally just won the title. But it is going to be a great showing for both of them. And once again, like Wrestle Kingdom, like the Best of Super Junior final, they are going to show why the juniors are so amazing. And hopefully it's going to build momentum up for Sho for whatever he does. When Yo comes back, do they go back for the tag titles? Is it another title shot that Sho wants? Who knows, but it's going to be an amazing way to cap off night 1. And then we've got night 2, which is the New Beginning in Hiroshima part 2. Tag matches are the main bulk of this match, especially compared to the night before. However, it is leading up to the big one. The double title match between Kota Ibushi and the person who came out to challenge him on the second night of Wrestle Kingdom, Cold Skull Sanada. Now, this is another very conflicting match. I feel like New Japan just like saying, favourite, they're going to go together. Sanada has always been that guy who has almost got to the top. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride. But like, literally, because he's not won tournaments, and he always has that title shot but never gets it. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be the same, because unless they really want to hate on Kota Ibushi and give him a very short title reign, I don't see Sanada losing. I mean, this is my hope. I don't see Sanada winning. I know a lot of people have had mixed reactions against their G1 final match, and they didn't really like it, compared to, I think, the year before their G1 match, which was, I personally think, one of my matches of the tournament. I think that was the G1 28. But I think this is a chance for both of them to show just how good they can wrestle together. And I think maybe if Kota Ibushi hadn't have gone, I want to unify those titles, we might have seen Sanada win the Intercontinental title. But for now, it seems like Sanada is going to be, once again, proving how good a wrestler he is, but never actually hitting that benchmark to be the top of the company. And I think it's probably the right decision right now. We're starting to see Sanada's personality come out. And I think this will be another nice building block to that, to hopefully mean that one day he will get the championship, because he does deserve it. Now, yeah, that was sort of a quick whistle blow stop throughout the tour. It's going to be amazing. Make sure, if you can, to watch all of them, even the Road 2 shows, because like I said, they are great sort of lead-ups to the big matches. Things happen, storylines get progressed. And yeah, it's going to be nice because we've had quite a long break, as I said earlier in the video, and it'll be nice to get back into some wrestling. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to subscribe, share this video, give it a thumbs up, and follow me on Twitter at wrestling_chat. I've been amazed at how many of you have joined me since Wrestle Kingdom, so hopefully you guys enjoy my videos, and I will see you soon. Bye!